Well, millions of people have been told to evacuate their homes and flee inland ahead of the storm. And Governor Nathan Deal says he's put the National Guard on standby.
Now, Fox 5's Claire Sims is live on St. Simon's Island, where officials say conditions are going to continue to deteriorate. Claire.
Yeah, we're live right next to the St. Simon's Island Pier, which officials have already closed to the public. And the windy conditions have continued to get worse and worse throughout the day as Hurricane Matthew spins closer to the Georgia coastline. But local and state officials, they have been very vocal early and often, telling people who live in areas east of I-95 to make sure they evacuate ahead of this storm. Now, earlier today, Governor Nathan Deal said he had 1,000 National Guardsmen on standby to go to areas that they were needed. But in just the last hour, Governor Deal said he has deployed 300, more than 300 of them, here to Glynn County and then a little bit north to Chatham County to help in the evacuation areas.
We already have a contingent of the National Guard, about 45. They're primarily assisting in the evacuation routes at the present time. There will be more National Guard that will be on standby to be called in as the occasion arises.
Now, Governor Deal says even though the National Guard is on standby, it is important for people to take personal responsibility for both their safety and the safety of their family and really even your friends. If you have someone you know who is staying put and they still have time to get out, you might want to encourage them to do so. And in just the last little bit, Glynn County Police, they've been driving around St. Simon's Island. They've been announcing to people that after 10 a.m. tomorrow, there will not be emergency responders here to help you if you have an emergency. We are live on St. Simon's Island. Claire Sims, Fox 5 News.
All right, it's a last call out there, Claire. Well, there are thousands of families leaving coastal areas in Georgia ahead of Hurricane Matthew. Governor Nathan Deal ordered mandatory evacuations for parts of 6 counties.
Fox 5's Marissa Mitchell has spoken with people who are fleeing the coast. She joins us now live near Interstate 16. And Marissa, all lanes on both sides of the median have been made westbound only, right?
Yes, that's because officials want people going away from the coast instead of to it. Now, we are here at the Chevron gas station in Bleckley County, just about 40 miles southeast of Macon, where you can see just what we've seen for hours. Cars, buses streaming in, people filling up. I spoke with relatives out here who tell me they are traveling to spend time with other relatives or their friends, or they may stay at a hotel until this storm passes over.
Tired of driving.
It's a long ride, but worth every mile for the Sullivans. They live on the Georgia coast, and like thousands of others, they're heading out before Hurricane Matthew heads in.
It was a very long, tiring ride. And then the gas station has been crazy because I was in there for 30 minutes and I was only buying 3 things.
This Chevron gas station right off Interstate 16. GDOT crews made the stretch between Dublin and Savannah, Georgia, westbound only. That means all 4 lanes going one way, away from the coast.
It helped, but it was really weird back here where they merged it all back to this side. It speeded up to 60. And we had been doing 5 miles an hour for.
The road changes came on the heels of Governor Nathan Deal's mandatory evacuations for people living east of I-95.
They should take our advice very seriously. Now, we're not going to go arrest somebody because they refuse to leave their home, but we have made that designation and that label for a very distinct purpose. We think that those are the areas that will be most severely impacted, and I would encourage them to take advantage of the opportunity to evacuate now.
These families are taking heed. After all, they tell Fox 5 material items can be replaced.
You know, if the winds hit what they say, then don't know what we'll find when we get back.
Sometimes you need to listen, you know.
Better safe than sorry.
That's right, that's right. All the other stuff you can get it later, you know what I mean?
Now, some of the people I spoke with tell me they had relatives as well as neighbors who decided to stay home and ride out the storm, but they tell me that was just not a chance they were willing to take. That's the latest here in Bleckley County. Marissa Mitchell, Fox 5 News.
All right, thanks, Marissa. Well, there was a